Let's see. Yeah, it's already uploaded. Everything's good.
Do you ever become weary of strife? Of constant fighting?
Okay,
It doesn't matter
so
if you're
first one,
tired.
that one's done,
You
and
still
now I'll
must
just
fight.
upload the,
You are not very good at lifting the spirits of others, are you?
upload the next one from Twitch. So there are 2 videos going up to YouTube today. There we go. Easy peasy. So now we are in build territory. So, boom. Once again, we're like, what, 33, so nothing really new other than some runes. So let's go ahead and randomize. And randomize. And we've got Furious Charge, Weapon Throw, Seismic Slam. Oh boy. They really like giving me Weapon Throw, don't they? Alright, Furious Charge. Furious Charge, Weapon Throw, and then Seismic. That's not too bad. I mean, that's a semi-range build with Seismic and Weapon Throw. They work together pretty well. Frenzy, Whirlwind, Overpower. Jeez. Well, we'll have to see what runes we get to see which one I'll use, if it's Frenzy or Weapon Throw. Alright, passives. We got Animosity, Pound of Flesh, and Nerves of Steel. So I'm losing 1 healing for another. It's more life from health globes, so it's a little less reliable. More Fury generation, that's nice. And I have my defense still. Alright, Furious Charge. We've got 2 runes. One of them is Merciless Assault. I'm hoping for that one because I really like that one. And it is Merciless Assault. Cool. Cooldown reduced by 2 seconds for every enemy hit. We've got 3 runes now for Weapon Throw. Alright, looks like we're sticking to Ricochet, which is cool. I do like Ricochet. 2 for Seismic. Looks like we're getting Stagger, so lightning damage and reduced Fury cost. Frenzy! 2 runes. What do we get? Alright, well we're getting Sidearm again, which is good. I like Sidearm. So, Sidearm and Ricochet. Honestly, both pretty good. Weapon Throw gives more Fury per attack, but Frenzy attacks faster and gets me up close and personal so that I am also getting Fury for being hit. Alright, Whirlwind. 2 runes here. Looks like I'm keeping Hurricane, and Overpower has 3. And we are getting number 3, Crushing Advance. Redirect 35% of incoming melee damage back to the attacker. Cool. That's nice. So that's semi-defensive. Looks like I'll be using Whirlwind as a somewhat defensive as well. Although I really like Furious Charge. Let's put that there. I think what I'm going to ultimately do is use Frenzy. Rather than Weapon Throw. Do it that way. Alright, Irana gets abilities 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, scratch that, because what I need to ask is which follow. So let's do this through another list so it's easy to understand. Templar, Scoundrel, and Enchantress. So we're getting our Templar back. And I'll re-roll it because I don't remember what it was now.
May the battles never end.
Which is good because he has better gear. 1, 1, 1, 2.
Well chosen.
So tons of healing, 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 healing. Great. So I guess I might as well get in the mix with Frenzy rather than stay ranged. That'll work, right? That'll work. Okay, Cormac, we're back. You and me against the world. We can do it. Alright, I don't think there's anything else I need to roll for. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Not as good, although I could dual wield with it. Frenzy's nice attack speed. I could work with dual wielding with Frenzy. That'll really get the the whole DPS up, I think. And to top it off, since I'm using Merciless Assault, I don't have to worry about it hitting as hard because I can spam it a few times. Not only that, but I've got Whirlwind, which benefits pretty well from a high attack speed. Let's do it. Let's dual wield this time around. Look at that.
I found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
They will find her.
Amanda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But you never knew her. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem sometimes.
We finished them off.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue.
I'll taste your fear.
Stop running! Ye gods.
Adria should be up here.
Seize them!
Leo,
I like how Adria does kind of help out a little bit by casting fireballs. Not that they're that powerful, but it's kind of neat.
Hey, mister. I got some...
I'm supposed to
The Guardian?
I do not like this. We can...
murderer. Everything worth doing is.
113 two-hander. You know, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just gonna go give that to her. Have fun with that one. Yeah, 38.5. Yeah, no.
I heard you came here from Tristram. My family.
Alright, find the Oasis Gate in the flooded causeway. Okay, up here.
It's disgusting. I've seen
It's
that
quite a maze down here, isn't it?
Listen to give us.
A mighty adversary is before us. That was a worthy foe.
Oh, lagalicious. Ow. No, no, ow. That's not good. Redirect damage. Just do this. Redirecting damage. Cormac is healing me, thank goodness.
Not ready yet. More fury.
Whew, that worked. In a case like that, I may consider using the ranged attack. Just so I don't have to deal with the high damage that those kind of guys can do. Welcome to the underground. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up, and get down.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
Ah, to the Dogger Oasis.
I've never seen a place like this.
And Dariel was the only female.
Dariel was the only female. Misogyny! Misogyny! Where's the equal representation? Run through the oasis. Get my ankles wet. Whee! shielding.
Need more time.
I like that it's interrupting their big attack there. Like the big swing that they do that really hurts. That's pretty nice. Alright, we got a goblin over here. Just kind of clear out around him. Try and pull everything over here away from the goblin.
I grow stronger.
34. Alright, before we move on to do that, let's take out the goblin. Die, die, die. Oh, I missed! Pull him in. It's not gonna pull him in, is it? Nope. Seismic. Seismic. I don't know. That's me screwing up words.
One of the historians of my order once came here. He called it a fertile valley of slender trees and bold flowers. A place where evil has not found root. I fear he is no longer correct.
Oh man, a terrible amulet. Let's see. Ooh, a two-handed weapon. That is 30% increase in damage. Very nice two-hander. 115. Looks like it will replace this one quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Alright, let's put that over there. Whether or not I'm going to use it now is another question altogether, though. This one is a better sword than the mighty weapon I'm using. More damage, toughness, slightly less healing. It's got a good amount of strength on it, so we'll go ahead and do that. Is it a better one than my current main hand? Well, I can't really check, per se. I don't believe it was. No, it wasn't. Better secondary weapon, not as good of a main hand. Alright, nothing else is really striking here. Oh, let me see. A two-handed weapon with frenzy. It's a 1.10 compared to this 9.2, so it's a lot faster. That might not be too bad. Let's give it a go for a little while, shall we? So, downside here is, of course, all the items I'm kind of holding on to. Let's do this, like so, and so. Yeah, that'll work. I need a rearrange button, but then it wouldn't put things where I want them, so I guess maybe I don't need a rearrange button. Hey, that's a pretty nifty looking sword. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, especially with a slow weapon, I don't think weapon throw is going to be that great. This should work pretty well with Frenzy and Seismic, though. It'll hit pretty hard in a nice big area. Ah, but of course I need to make a new build, so... let's just take a quick look, double check, 34, nothing there, nope. Just a couple runes, so we go. Wow. At least I get leap this time around. There are no generators in any of these. Rend, Warcry, Hammer, Leap, Call the Ancients. Ancient Spear, Battle Rage, Wrath of the Berserker, Furious Charge. Wow. It went down to 11 before we started seeing a generator. So we're going to start off with Frenzy, so we're keeping Frenzy. Ground Stomp and Rend are the next two. Well, definitely want to stick to a hard-hitting two-hander now, though, because Rend is very nice, high-end damage. And that benefits very well from a two-hander as well. Alright, Warcry, Hammer of the Ancients, and Leap. So Warcry for defense, Hammer of the Ancients, and then Leap. So we've got a pretty standard build this time around. I haven't gotten rid of my loot socks yet, so that's going to benefit Leap. Let's see what my passives are. Bloodthirst, Inspiring Presence, and Pound of Flesh. So Bloodthirst, Pound of Flesh, and Inspiring Presence is here. Okay, so Inspiring Presence, once again, getting that while getting a shout, because Warcry does count as a shout for Inspiring Presence, so I did luck out a little bit with the random generator again. Bloodthirst is pretty nice to have for spending, and spamming Hammer of Ancients, you know, and all that, whatever. So Bloodthirst is a pretty good defense. Pound of Flesh, not one of my favorites, unless you've got some way of more reliably getting health globes. I just don't really care for it. Just not an ability I would normally use. But alright, let's see what kind of runes we're going to get. Frenzy has 3 runes this time round, so we're going to get number 1. So we're sticking with Sidearm, which is good, honestly. Sidearm is a nice one. It hits pretty hard. 300% weapon damage to a path, especially when I'm using a slow weapon, is pretty nice. Otherwise, we would get increased generation, which honestly is another one would be nice because of the slower attack speed. And then here we would get movement speed, which can be nice as well. I would for, you know, getting from pack to pack. But honestly, when it comes to damage, or with a two-handed weapon, Sidearm or Berserk, probably the better 2 options. Ground Stomp has 3. We are getting Deafening Crash. Enemies in the area have their movement speed slowed, so that's pretty nice. So they get stunned, then they get slowed, they can't get away, I attack slower, that could definitely help. We are seeing a cold build so far. It would be nice if I had some cold items. Alright, 3 different runes for Rend. What do we get? We get Lacerate, the new one. Increase the damage to 1350 over 5. So what's the original? 110 over 5. Or, not 110, 1100, right? So, both over 5. This one is about 220 weapon damage. 1350. 270. So, pretty nice. So we're getting increased damage on Rend, which is, you know, again, using a two-handed weapon, the increased damage will actually be very useful for me. So I will definitely want to be hitting harder since I'm getting abilities that have more damage output. Alright, Warcry is basically our defensive shout at this point. I guess you could call it a defensive passive because it really does last for a long time and is mostly passive-like, but you can use it to get additional Fury, so I mean it's a little better than a passive. So Rallying Cry increases armor for me and all allies by 20%, so more armor, and the armor bonus is now 40% with Hardened Wrath because we don't have any other runes. Hammer of the Ancients. Alright, 3 different runes. What do we get? It looks like we're sticking to Devil's Anvil. I would have liked it to go to Fire, to be honest with you, for more damage at once.
I think I would have been happier living a simple
That would have
life.
been really nice.
Farmer does not accomplish great deeds, but he sows his
Leap
seeds
has got
and
3
sees a
runes.
harvest in good time.
And we are getting Iron Impact. So 50% additional armor per enemy hit for 3 seconds after landing. Now, combining that with my loot socks, I could probably get some major defense with Iron Impact. Loot socks, let's go ahead and hit accept. Gives me another recast within 2 seconds, so I think I can do that like 3 times in a row.
Not ready yet.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. I love that. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my toughness is going to go really high if I do that right. Oh man, I like loot socks. I wish I had that on my primary Barbarian. having that at level 70 would be awesome. Alright, so we're pretty much done there. Let's go ahead and get everything where we need it. So, Frenzy, Hammer of the Ancients is our spender. Rind is... I'm going to put that there. And I'll put that there, because Warcry I don't have to have up that often. It lasts for a minute, so yeah, that's a good spot for it. Alright, so yeah, I've got kind of a cold build here. I mean, if I got some cold items, this would really work, because Sidearm, Hammer of the Ancients, even Deafening Crash, all cold. Rind, not so much, though. Bask in my glory! Alright, so we're good there. We just have to go select our follower. Alright, we're keeping the Templar. What abilities does it get? 2. Oops. Do that again. 1, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1. So I'm getting more generation, that's good. And I still have a couple of healing.
This is difficult.
Get rid of the items we do not need, so I don't need that anymore. And we can go ahead and put that ruby in there. Alright, I think that's it as far as random generation is concerned, so let's go ahead and head back. Do I have any cold damage? What do I have? I have... nothing. I really have nothing. Looking forward to killing Belial so I can get another legendary. I feel like legendary drops have been a little slow at the moment. Oh, 8,000 non-crit, not bad. Alright, I want to look at my toughness. So it's currently at 20,000. Come on. So 20,000 with my shout. 46, 50, 59. And Iron Impact really gets your defenses up by its own normally. To get it that high, it's just... Because with Iron Impact, on my original Barbarian, I was getting something along the lines of like 90%, if not more, damage reduction. Like, things were not hitting me at all, or hurting me at all. And that was before a lot of the nerfs to the old difficulties. So now, with the loot socks, it is... It's on, man. It's on.
For me.
Ah, 11k crits, very nice. I like these loot socks. I like movement skills, and leap has always been one that has been a skill I've rather liked as well, along with Furious Charge.
This portal will lead me to the head of Zoltan Kuhl.
I really wish I had these. Oh man.
Kuhl, the
Russ never wrote about this.
getting as much rend damage down. AoE.
I'll taste your fear.
Where'd the oh, there he is. Should have looked at the map. Okay, take a rend. A few hammers. Stun. Alright, let's get a little bit of defense up. I'm just not critting very often. I mean, even with the mechanic behind Hammer of the Ancients, which increases your critical strike chance with more fury, I am not critting very often. What is my crit chance? Yeah, it's 7%, no wonder. I need to get some crit chance increase. Yeah, Karg, it's probably not a bad idea to gamble for boots with her. I've not been playing my Barbarian, I've been playing my other characters. I've been playing my Demon Hunter, I've been playing, more recently, my Monk. My Monk has been kind of fun. I've got him fairly geared out. It's kind of funny, because I basically take characters that have no gear on them. They, like, had yellows that I hadn't really touched since I got up to 70. And I had a whole bunch of spare legendaries, and so I took this Monk that had nothing, threw on some legendary gear that I had in storage. That normally wouldn't have been enough to do it, but what I also did was made sure that he got some legendary gems, so I socketed his jewelry. And he went from like being maybe a Torment 1 character to being Torment 6. Torment 6 is really not much of a measuring stick anymore, I don't think. To be quite honest. It's the greater rifts, and the legendary gems really exemplify that, because the legendary gems alone give you a lot of power that can really skyrocket you ahead in difficulty. I think with 3 legendary gems, you are typically pretty good to enter a high-end Torment difficulty. Even if not 6, pretty close. I mean, the gems alone could probably get a lot of people, I think, into like 3 or 4. They're very powerful.
We set out in 1 week's time into the desolate sands.
My Monk is one of the main reasons he's able to survive Torment 6 is mainly because I'm using the gem that staggers damage, right? Because you can take 25% of the damage staggered over 3. That's amazingly powerful if your character can't normally handle a certain difficulty. Because that will really keep you alive long enough to do damage. Hello. Come on, let's do this. Come on, everybody. $46.
Not ready yet.
Your non-season Witch Doctor can do Torment 4, get slaughtered on Torment 5, but your Season 1 Monk can do Torment 6 with less damage. Yeah, and you know, I think part of it too is really survivability really does count too. I mean, my Monk, when I put him in the Torment 6, he wasn't doing a lot of damage. I was paper cutting things a lot of the time. But I built my Monk for control, right? So I had him stunning a lot, freezing a lot. He's a cold Monk right now. And it's working, actually, especially in groups. Like, I'll play with a group of friends and go out with this cold Monk, and I'll just start freezing things, and they'll probably be doing the bulk of the damage, but it works out pretty well, especially since there's at least a couple of us that are monks, since we're synergizing our mantras. You know, so like the monk that I put up the Torment 6 basically did it by virtue of the gem that kept him alive, right, that staggered things, and then of course picking the most appropriate gems for damage to increase his damage and allow him to move forward. Also helped that I had a few legendaries that synergized fairly well for him.
Cool breeze in the center of the desert. What a strange place this oasis is.
That is nice. Just travel with it. Oh, hello. The cooldown is pretty short, too. I mean, it's only 10 seconds. Oh, gods. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Holy... Freaking little suicider guys. Oh my goodness. I hate you guys with a passion. Yeah, so that thing I said before about possibly increasing the difficulty, screw that. Not doing that right now. Cause, truthfully, the big problem there is just those exploder guys. You get those guys and you gotta be really careful. No matter what difficulty you're on, I think. I mean, unless you're, like, way powerful for the difficulty. Like, you severely overpower it. Jeez. Freaked me out there. I did not want to die at 34 in Act 2. Frickin' jeez. Let's go. Get my shout back up because apparently I let it drop. That's what I get for not paying attention. Oh, come on, I need some items to drop. The legendary waters have been rather shallow lately. Let's give me some legendaries here, guys. Come on. Something good. Something to play around with. Something to show off to the stream. Well, I am kind of happy that I'm finally able to use my loot socks. I've had these for a while now.
The mighty adversary is before us.
Did toughness go down there? Oh, maybe it doesn't stack. Maybe it's... Oh, okay. I thought it did it differently. Okay, so I thought loot stacks... Or loot socks plus Iron Impact would give me more armor... or more toughness stacking. But apparently, if I do it here, 29. Yeah, it's not going up. Let's just try and test that again. I'll just double check. 24. 24. Yeah, it's not going up. So it doesn't stack. It's whatever the last number was. Well, that... Darn, I got all excited for nothing. And I'm going to be kind of sad to see this go, because I might not get Leap again. Although next level introduces a new passive, so I mean, there's that. Alright, let's just double check to see if I got anything good real fast. Two-hander. This time a polearm. 0.95. 4% damage, 21% toughness. Lots of vitality on that, obviously, where a lot of the damage is coming from. If it had a gem in it, it would actually be a bigger upgrade. But even without the gem, it's an upgrade. I don't know if I want to go to it, though. The attack speed on this sword is actually pretty decent. Two-handed mighty weapon. Ooh, 73, but it doesn't have any strength on it. Nope, that's not an upgrade. What do you got on yours? 119 strength. It's 116. It's also got a socket. Eh, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Let it go. The demons never bothered me anyway. Alright, It's tempting. I could go for the Bone Lance. Get myself some damage increase. The toughness increase, though, is really kind of the one that I like about it. Slower attack speed. As a Barbarian, that's really not a big deal. The slow attack speed kind of sucks with... I mean, well, I guess it's not terrible with Frenzy, but usually when I have a slow attack speed, I kind of like having a more AoE ability. I've kind of mentioned that before. Alright, let's go ahead and put that on. It's kind of neat looking. Flame Spear. Do not engage Lubu. Do not engage Lubu! Yar. Lag. Oh yeah, look at that Rin damage.
Your thirst on the heretic's blood, my children. Drink deep and be blessed.
Nice, 14k on that one.
Azul will drink no more.
It's nice when my crits do way more damage than my own health pool has. Oh, hello. Weapon throw damage increase, but upgrade all around.
3 centuries ago, a much smaller Chaldean...
I am a
defended
smart
against our
barbarian.
allies for its
I gain levels by
Then came
reading.
the mysterious Dalgur, offering Chaldeum an oasis of unparalleled splendor, located in an area previously thought to be desert, asking only that his name be permanently affixed to the land. Then he vanished into the wastes.
So you get no escape this level, so the perfect complement to a range build. Because I'm non-crit for 10k, so yeah, I could single hit myself were I to fight myself. Okay, so we're good. Let's go ahead and desynth, salvage, whatever. All these items. Make a new build.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take
If you keep holding back, then you'll never improve. It is...
Summon the best character in the game.
You have my
I'm going to... This is madness. You must know he will betray us.
Leah, are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
I'm sorry to push you like this, but it will all be for the best in the end.
I know.
Huh. In the end. Huh. Like butts. Alright. Okay, doke. Build time. So let us... let's just start with the follower so I can get that out of the way. Back to the enchantress. Enchanting.
Let us fight this evil together.
Let's go ahead and get her generated first. 1, 2, 2, 2.
I would have done the same.
Mass control, erosion, powered armor. Yeah, that's decent. Honestly, I like the enchantress. When it comes to playing as a barbarian, the enchantress is one of my favorite followers to have, because she has some very nice skills for helping a barbarian. I mean, the armor buff, the turning things into chickens nearby so you don't take as much damage. She's pretty nice. Okay, so we got a new passive. There we go. At this level, we got no escape. So let's go ahead and put that in there. No new abilities, because you don't get that until after 60. Threatening shout, frenzy, ignore pain. Man, it wants to keep giving me frenzy. Alright. So, threatening shout. Can't put that there. How about ignore pain? Can I put ignore pain here? Let's just put frenzy back here. Oops. Threatening shout, frenzy, and ignore pain. Ancient spear, rend, and war cry. Ancient spear, rend, and war cry. Okay. Passives. Inspiring presence, bloodthirst, and pound of flesh. Really? Again? Okay. So inspiring presence, we get to keep it with a shout. Actually, I've got 2 shouts now, so that works. Durations of my shouts are doubled, so I don't have to worry about that. After using a shout, you and your allies gain maximum life per second for a minute, so that's pretty good. So what do we got? We've got Frenzy as a main, we've got Ancient Spear as a secondary, and Rend as a tertiary supplemental damage. That works. I think that works. I mean, Ancient Spear is not a close-up skill, but it does decent damage, so it'll be fine. All right, 3 runes on Frenzy. Getting Berserk this time, so increased Fury generation, so that's cool. I can start spamming like crazy, which will work very well with Bloodthirst. Threatening Shout has 2. Let's see what we get. We're going to get Intimidate, so they have their movement speed reduced, so they can't get away. I am using slow weapons right now, so that should be fine. Although I will admit it's kind of tempting to go to fast weapons at this point. Especially with Ancient Spear, because then I can, because that's an ability that's better, I think, spammed. Alright, Ignore Pain has 2. We are getting Ironhide, so it lasts for 7 seconds now. Ancient Spear has 2. Alright, so we're getting Rensour, which knocks them back. I would have preferred Harpoon. Pull them back, slow them so they can't get away. Because what I could do is then I would basically Ancient Spear, pull them in, Threatening Shout to make sure they still can't get away. Oh well, that's fine. 3 runes on Rend. We're getting Bloodlust for healing. So I've got Inspiring Presence, Bloodthirst, and now Rend. So I've definitely got plenty of defenses, plenty of healing. And then on top of that, Intimidating, Threatening Shout reduces enemy damage, and Warcry increases my armor. So yeah, I think I'll be fairly survivable. So 1 or 2. 2. Alright, so charge. Fury increased to 50. So I'll gain 50 Fury whenever I use Warcry. So that's half of my bar. Sheesh. So yeah, I won't be hurting for Fury. That much is certain. That gives me 50. That gives me 15. Alright. I think I'm going to switch back to a either a one-hand or a dual-wield situation here. And it's like a 50% damage increase with that two-hander. If I'm dual-wielding, it is a 38. Still a lot of damage. Let's continue to try with the two-hander. We'll see how it feels. It shouldn't be too bad because the Fury generation on Frenzy is up, and I've got multiple shouts now, so I shouldn't be hurting for Fury at all. I should be able to spam Ancient Spear pretty quickly, I think. Alright, that in mind, that is my ult. Alright. Oh, look at that. So I lost sleep. Sad.
The Crusaders swore an oath to dedicate their lives to the search. None believed that they would be the one to end the crusade by finding and cleansing the corruption. They believed the search ennobled them, that the discipline of their life and journey was the true goal. The Crusader was meant to find meaning in the quest itself.
You will not enter the aqueducts! Lord Belial demands your blood!
Yeah, let's switch this over to faster attack, I think.
Open this gate for you.
And I have so much. Yeah, let's do that. Sword and board. I'll be uber survivable with this.
Here's what you need to know.
There is a foul stench in the air. We have a fight ahead of us.
It's Belial. So long as he lives, all of Chaldean is under siege. Uncle Deckard theorized that the demon lords leave demons in their wake, much like us leaving footprints.
Do you believe that?
Yes. The more I study my uncle's books, the more I realize that even I took his wisdom for granted.
Goblin! Come back here, Goblin. can't. Come on. Stop running. Haha, I did it! And I've kind of put myself in a corner, haven't I? I have no escape skills, so I gotta be careful about this. I got lots of defense, though. I mean, I'm not really losing any health here, even with the reflect damage on me.
Chaldean aqueducts were created by order of the Trade
Still
Consortium
recharging.
Council after the Dalgur Oasis was discovered 3 centuries ago. Though Chaldean had been prosperous for many years, a reliable source of water allowed the city to grow even further. Luxurious public fountains were built to provide safe drinking water for everyone.
I miss searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Deckard, even though it did have its dangerous side. I can't tell you how many times I had to drag him away from an army of skeletons because he was fixated on some dusty old tapestry.
Alright, so we got a one-handed sword. Let's see what we got. Oh, Fulminator. Cool. Lightning damage has a chance to turn enemies into lightning rods, causing them to pulse for 171 weapon damage as lightning every second to nearby enemies for 6 seconds. So that's really nice. I have no lightning skills at the moment, I don't believe. So I'm really not going to benefit from that too much right now. It's got its own lightning damage, but it is an upgrade in general, so that is nice to see. Go ahead and put that on. There's Fulminator for anyone that would like to see Fulminator. There we go. Zot, zot, zot. Zappity, zap, zap, zap. Very nice one-handed sword. It is, like one of the weapons I used on a lightning build. That and Thunder Fury or Odin's Son make some nice combination weapons for dual wielding. I used those with my monk for a while. If I do this, this is not as good as the one-hander I have on the legendary, so we'll go ahead and take that off. That is actually a decrease as well. The damage here changes only 15, so we won't worry about that. So cool, I'm using 2 legendaries now on my weapons. So cool, I asked for a legendary, I got one. Unfortunately, I don't have the build to really supplement it, but that's okay. It's a 32 increase compared to that 15. That's a pretty slow. 6% toughness on it, 5%. Okay, hold on a second. That is an upgrade all around for that two-handed weapon. Cool. So I've got a better two-handed weapon now. Looking good. Looking good. With the increased Fury generation on the Frenzy rune I have, I should be able to throw spears for quite a while. Rend is probably more for the health return now than anything, although it is good incidental damage as well. That increased rage on Warcry is pretty nice. So just hit it, fire off a whole bunch of spears.
Need more time.
We taught them a lesson. Here forever.
I want more time to explore the great library of Chaldean when this is all over.
You are more like your uncle than you know.
Maybe. But they got to have books on the Black Soul Stone in Asmodan.
That's what aqueducts did not even exist in my own time.
Kind of missing having movement skills. Too much to say about this build. I mean, it's pretty much just run through, cut things apart, throw spears. The spears don't feel near as satisfying as, say, throwing down a seismic or hammer of the ancients. I can certainly throw a lot of them down, though, thanks to the generation I have.
In recent days, the aqueducts have become...
Belial must really want you.
see.
The philosopher Caddis said, if you want to know the truth of a city, you need look no further than the state of its infrastructure.
So, Chaldean is infested with demons and smells of rot.
Yes, and built on secrets.
Nice strength and vital. Good toughness increase. Looks like it's better than the shield I currently have, actually. Okay.
My blow.
Okay, got an elite pack on us here. It looks like I'm getting close to another build, so that makes me happy. In flames, salutations, salutations. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate the offer, but honestly, for what I'm doing here, power leveling would kind of really defeat the purpose. I'm really doing a randomized build with every level. It's kind of a personal challenge thing. I'm getting pretty close to level here, so I'll be able to change up my build once again. Obviously, the offer is very much appreciated. Just not in the spirit of what I'm trying to do, unfortunately. As you can probably tell by my build, very much a very awkward build.
You cannot stand before me.
Come on, come on. Closer and closer to level. There it is, 36. Alright, nothing but runes this time around, so no new skills, no new passives to put onto the list.
I need to go back.
Alright, let's get out of here for the time being. Salvage my items.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Ooh, a Templar item. Hold on to that for now. Doesn't look like anything really good in the drop department, though. Anything for Arana? Good two-hander. I guess a good two-hander. I don't have anything with int on it. 133. I guess that'll do. Get her to force.
That is not for me.
Oh, she can't use those. Alright. She can't use pole arms, huh? Alright.
Yes,
Hey, Mr. Kavari, welcome. Good to see you, Mr. Wikiman. Good timing. We're about to level. Alright, so. With this level, once again, just kind of reconfirming there is nothing until 40 to add. So, new build time. We are getting... any generators... No. Looks like we will have to go down to Bash. Yep. Alright, so first skill will be Bash. Alright, then Ground Stomp, Furious Charge. Sprint, Wrath of the Berserker, and Overpower. Well, well, well. Alright. I have played hardcore, but very rarely. I typically play softcore, but for the sake of this challenge, I wanted to put a little weight behind it, so that anytime I get a random build, instead of just throwing it at enemies and intentionally dying my way through it, I wanted to make sure I tried to survive as much as possible. Therefore, the hardcore side, that and a lot of people like to tend to resonate towards the hardcore when it comes to, you know, watching it. A lot of people prefer to watch hardcore side. So that's what kind of generated this. Most of my characters are softcore, though, as I just kind of enjoy that mode. But for this challenge, this really works out. It's kind of interesting. Unfortunately, I have not beaten the game on hardcore because of that, so I don't have a lot of things unlocked like adventure mode. So this is like my third hardcore character. The very first one died like in the very beginning of the game, back when the game first came out, before anyone really knew much about the game. Because it was right after the Skeleton King. Because I had played the beta extensively, I knew exactly what everything was right up to Skeleton King, and then right after the Skeleton King came those damn treants with their poison pods, and no one knew what they were, and they just popped and killed me instantly. It sucked. That was my first hardcore character, and then my second hardcore character, that was back in the beginning launched, and then my next hardcore character was the last time I did this challenge on the Demon Hunter. So now we've got this character, so this will be the third. Oh, let's see. So these are the abilities. Let's see what passives I got. Bloodthirst, No Escape, Inspiring Presence. Okay, so I pretty much got two useless passives here. That kind of sucks. No Escape, Weapon Throw and Ancient Spear, which I just got rid of Ancient Spear. I don't have Weapon Throw, so nothing I can do about that. Inspiring Presence is only for shouts. I don't have a shout this time around. So, whereas the RNG has been pretty favorable up until this point, like I've been getting Inspiring Presence every time I've had a shout. Well, not every time, but a good amount of times every time I've had shouts. This time, not so much. I still have Bloodthirst, so I do have something a little bit defensive, something healy. Alright, we've got 3 runes on Bash. Let's make it happen. Ooh, Punish increases my damage. Okay. Ground Stomp, 3. Getting Trembling Stomp. Enemies take 575 weapon damages fire. Okay. Furious Charge. I've got 2 of these. Battering Ram. So increase the damage. So it hits a little harder. Very nice. Sprint. 2 of those. I am getting Run Like the Wind. A tornado rages in your wake. Alright. Let's see if we can't make something out of that. Wrath of the Berserker has Ariat's Wall now, so I have that. Activating Wrath of the Berserker deals 3,400 weapon damage as fire to all enemies in the area around me. Fantastic. And 3 runes here. Number 1, Storm of Steel. 3 axes. So I could have used that before when I had my last range build, but no. No. Alright. Alright, I'll get over it, I guess. I have no spenders. This is the downside. Like, what it could have given me was Berserker Rage. That would have been nice, because I have nothing to spend Fury on. Nothing. Wrath of the Berserker doesn't even cost Fury. I have Sprint. Okay, I have Sprint. So I'll just keep Sprint up, I guess. Put tornadoes down all day. Alright, so let's put Sprint over here. Put that there, that there. There we go. That there. Okay. That will work. So, bash to increase damage, sprint do tornadoes, and then I basically have stuns. And I have movement skills now, which makes me happy, but I just don't have... I just don't really have much other than bash to do damage with, which is... Oh, this might not be all that fun. It might not be all that entertaining. Alright, well, let's see. Do we get a different follower? Ooh, we've got Cormac again. Come here, buddy.
What shall we fight today?
Oh, you know, demons, demon stuff.
You have sought knowledge for many years, yet you look so well preserved for your age, Adria. Just how old are you exactly?
Alright, so the Templar's abilities are going to be 2, 2, 2, 1.
My power grows.
Alright, so I have no healing skills on the Templar this time, so I can't rely on him for any healing. I really don't have any healing of my own other than... And I don't have really any healing of my own other than Bloodthirst. So I gotta spin Spirit, so I guess if I spam Sprint a few times, I can heal myself. There's that. That'll work, I guess. I'll have to remember that. That's gonna be the only way I have out of anything. Furious Charge, while it has damage increase, is gonna be my only way out of a corner. Yeah. Okay. Alright. We'll deal with it. Come on, Cormac. Since I don't have as much healing, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the shield. That will give me a bit more toughness, even though it reduces my damage a bit.
Not ready yet.
Oh! The Goblin, I didn't even see him. Sheesh. I think that's the first one I've let get away.
Alaric said that you are Nephilim.
I have been called many things in my life. I do not put much stock in them.
I think he might have been right. There is something special about you. That passage should lead to...
Can't believe he stuck me in a barrel.
Shen!
Need more time.
Now the downside to this particular sprint rune is that it only spawns tornadoes if I move. I've kind of noticed that before. Like, if I activate it, it won't put him down if I stand still.
Or you could clap.
Oh, right, talk to Shen.
Thank you. Help.
Come on, Shen.
Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Covetous Shen. I can't imagine why my young partner bashed me over the head and sealed me in there. This place is quite dangerous without a knowledgeable guide.
You were foolish to come down here to begin with. You are lucky you weren't eaten alive.
Oh, nonsense. I'm tough and bony. Demons have better taste than that.
Get a little bit of tornado action going here. On the upside, Furious Charge. While,
Fascinating place this is. Oh, look at all this wonderful architecture. You
not
can
a
walk
spender,
all the way around the world and
does quite a bit of
never find
damage.
its like. Except for this part. I've seen it somewhere else before. Now, I wonder where my young guide got off to. His name was Gavin, I believe. Yes, that was it. Nice young fellow.
Oh, that was way back.
He must still be around here also. Or perhaps he got lost. No, we're not lost, are we?
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Still recharging.
You know, it was actually quite an interesting experience to be locked up in a barrel.
What is the damage on those tornadoes? 60%? Okay.
It was a little uncomfortable, though. Delightful fellow, that young Gavin. Yes, he was so willing to show an old man around the desert. And his company only cost me a small bag of gold per day. He hardly complained about anything. Always a smile on his face.
I love Shin.
It's mine.
Be careful, Gavin. It might be cursed. Here, I did warn him.
Oh, look at that attack speed. There we go.
Should be safe now. Pick it up. Pick it up. If I had known the crucible was cursed, I never would have brought him. If you come see me in Chaldeum, well, you know. May I come?
Fine.
Oh, the way out is just.
You go on ahead. I'm going back to town. I need to learn the spell needed to restore.
You and
I didn't even think about it, but I didn't even check to see if I have any lightning runes. Nope.
fallen angel.
So Fulminator's still not doing me much good.
Using you for their own ends. You choose to be their puppet. Yet the power of your birthright could make you a god.
Striving for godhood got your head separated from your body, fool.
There's no need to be snide. Soon enough, I'll walk this world again. Then I'll show you what a Nephilim can achieve. My archives lie beneath this desert.
And I could only imagine what could have been if you ever worked for Cool.
We now tread upon. The Haradrim could not destroy them. They could only lock the door behind them. And I still have the keys.
Oh dear. This could be bad. It's fire chains. Not good. Gotta keep my distance.
Need more time.
Oh boy. There we go. There's... Nope, that wasn't a fire chains guy. No. Gotta be very cautious here. These guys could definitely be the enemy if I'm not careful. Whew, okay, great. Yeah.
I have seen animal graveyards before. This is different. Too many beasts have died here.
Brass wrote that this land was an oasis of surpassing beauty once. A great magical battle sucked the water from the earth, killing every animal from around.
Yeah, that could have been bad. That was, I was watching my health kind of drop there. And I know that I don't have any recovery abilities, I don't have any real defensive abilities. So it was one of those things where it's just, yeah, keep running, keep running, keep running, pick them off one at a time. And then maybe I might be able to kill one or something like that. There were a few times I got nearly surrounded. I thought I was going to die there.
Back to hell, dog.
Gotta be very mindful of such things. Hardcore Barbarian, yeah. Sheesh. It was so much easier as a demon hunter just being able to keep my distance. I just have to make sure I'm continually keeping my toughness and my healing up. Really, it just is what it feels like. You just can't neglect them.
My mother told me not to join the maid.
You wilt against my blows.
Oh, hey! I somehow did lightning damage. Because my fulminator just arced. Alright, level 37.
Thousands of years of records.
So we get to change this thing up a bit. Alright. Can't say I'm sad to see it go. Oh man, still no generators. Okay. Oh, Frenzy. Warcry, Whirlwind, Overpower, Fierce Edge, Ground Stomp, Seismic Hammer. Yeah, it's gonna be Frenzy. Alright. Warcry, Whirlwind. Overpower, Furious Charge, Ground Stomp. So Overpower, Furious Charge, and this one is going to be Ground Stomp, so there we go. So this time Whirlwind is by itself, without any other spenders, so makes that pretty obvious. Passives are going to be Inspiring Presence, Bloodthirst, and Ruthless. You know, I find it interesting that it's continually picking Inspiring Presence and Bloodthirst. It's, out of all the ones it can pick, it's always picking the same two there. Well, I've got a shout, so Inspiring Presence is once again welcome. Bloodthirst will be nice for Whirlwind since it's a constant cost, and will keep me healed as I'm using Whirlwind, since Whirlwind will make me vulnerable to enemy attack because I have to be in very close proximity and in the middle of a group. Ruthless, more damage enemies below 30%. So, good damage there. Alright, Frenzy, out of the 3 runes. We're getting Berserk this time. Okay, so more Fury generated. That can help. That can help with Whirlwind. Alright, Warcry has 2. We're getting Hardened Wrath to increase the armor bonus. Thankfully, I'm glad it's that one and not Charge for the fact that I'm having to use Whirlwind. Alright, I've got 3 Whirlwind runes, and it looks like we're getting Dust Devils, so it'll do tornadoes that damage enemies in the path. Blood Funnel would have been kind of nice. I just don't have crits really for it, so at this point, kind of moot. Alright, 3 of Overpower. I'm getting Killing Spree, so critical chances increased. Furious Charge has 2. Cool, we're getting Merciless Assault again. I like that. Ground Stomp. Wrenching Smash, so increased range and enemies are pulled in, which works. Wrenching Smash and then Whirlwind. Wrenching Smash, Overpower, Whirlwind to get the crit up. That should work. Alright, Frenzy. Let's go ahead and get Whirlwind over here. That can go there, that can go there, and that can go there. Alright. I think that will do it. So as far as followers are concerned, we're going back to the Enchantress. 1-1-2-2.
We will stand together against the shadows.
Alright, Charm, Missile Ward, that'll do. Yep, okay.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I'm 37. I think it's time that I craft again at this point. Okay, I think I'm at the point where this sword is finally outlived its usefulness. So if I do this, yeah, this is an upgrade even without the, 35% damage increase even without that gem. So I can finally get rid of that. That'll be my alternate weapon, because it's not good enough. Well, with the socket it might be. Let's compare. Yeah, with the socket it gets 7% increase, but it's a 17% toughness decrease. That loss of vitality certainly sucks. Do I have any lightning skills this time around? I've got Overpower. That's really not enough to really warrant it, I don't think. But I don't really want to lose my toughness, so I'm probably not going to do that right now. Alright, let's go ahead and put this item on the Templar before I forget, because I'm prone to do that.
It is good to fight with you again.
Okay, looks like there's a helmet here that's an increase, and I can get a amethyst in it. So damage, toughness, a little bit of loss on healing, but that's fine. Yeah, that's 12% loss of toughness. No. Overall increase, a loss of healing, but I'll take it. So let's see if we can't grab an amethyst. I'm at 15,000 health at this point, and it's gone up to 16. I've gained 6,000 health since I last looked at my health pool. That's pretty nuts. Alright. It's crafting corner yet again, yet again, yet again. Alright, 46, 38, 43, 46 is still the highest. Alright. 46 is the highest. That is the axe. Dare I craft the axe? Yes, so let's do it. No. Quite a loss, actually. No primary stats. Should I do it again? Nope. So, yeah, that didn't go too well. So that's not helpful. Let's go to armor then. Belt is pretty good where it's at. I could possibly replace my loot socks. I don't have leap again. I'm gonna hold on to those for now, I think. What about bracers? No. Chest armor? No. Okay. Enchantress focus. Alright, I guess I can make an item for her. 114 int. Very nice.
Perfect.
Gloves. Can I make gloves? No. Sheesh. It really only let me craft for her. That's did not let me craft for me at all. Alright. Well, that's that. So we're moving on with a whirlwind build. The Desolate Sands.